Gang, how are you? I want to talk about 2017's Alien Covenant. Now, Alien Covenant is an Alien movie, but the Alien franchise has kind of morphed into something else. Obviously, if some of you have seen the new TV series, it's worth recommending. And I think this is spectacular. It's kind of feels like a misguided film, but the center of the film that leads to its climax is what makes it. I think this and Prometheus are really about David's journey. I mean, there's religious themes running through this. On the one hand, Ridley Scott's in his 80s, making a film about the search for our maker, the search for God. He rejects God in both of them as a foolish idea, but like he chases after the idea of what could be behind us. He introduces the idea of somebody that created us in Prometheus, but at the end of it, he finishes it. Let's find out who made them. He completely destroys them in Alien Covenant, and David is more of a frustrated artist, like the hindrance of not being able to create. And there's a double meaning to that, like, because he is creating with the aliens and he's run out of test subjects. But can he not procreate? Can he not produce? Is to produce a child human? There's lots of couples in it, but it's not really addressed. And I think a third one is much needed to kind of finish the theme that he's going after. Um, the differences in the robots with Michael Fassbender are fantastic, and his playful psychopathy. You know, the irony of the very last line of the film, "Don't let the bed bugs bite." Um, it's difficult to even say. It's just a mixture of things. The script is interesting. It's a mixture of ideas. The film looks spectacular. I mean, the alien looks as good as it's ever looked in this, and it really is a fantastic creature. On top of that, Michael Fassbender elevates the anxiety of the character, the thirst for creation, the question of the meaning of life. Am I alive? What's the purpose of it? Are we here to destruct? Are we here to destroy? Or are we here to grow? I mean, the people in Alien Covenant are on a colonization mission. They have crew members and, eggs. And he's willing to destroy them all in the nature of experimentation. But to what end? Like, what is his end satisfaction? And in this film, he destroyed everything on the planet for that curiosity. But then that idea ties into the whole film. You know, can you search for God too much? Can you search for meaning too much? Are you left alienated? Um, the temporary captain who becomes the captain after the other one is killed is led by blind faith, and he seems the most genial of the whole lot of them. Like, kind of that quiet sureness of himself that people of faith have. You know, some of the others are boisterous, which always kind of hide a sadness, or quiet and uncertain, or loving, and he has this quiet strength about him. He's of course dispensed with early throughout the film. Um, these are more like sailors, which implies, like, they're sailors in space. That in and of itself gives the feeling of we're not traveling that far. You know, we're just going somewhere else for a while. We're hopping on a boat and going across the channel to change our lives. It's not as dramatic as, like Interstellar or the other alien films, where it's you're kind of given the feeling that there's exhaustion from space. uh, the sexual politics are kind of meaningless in this because he's not really interested in that. It's kind of what's after the human species or what started it. And he's dealing with all these feelings going on in the film himself. Um, and I think a third one. I'm pretty certain they'll make a third one because there's too many questions that people like me and the internet are throwing out that you can extrapolate from it. Like, he doesn't focus on one theme the way someone like Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg does, where you can kind of analyze that from the start. Like, he picks scripts with lots of ideas he likes, and he finds a way to visualize them. So they're not traveling far from home. They're not unhappy. They want something new, but they don't hate the old. They want to change the new, but they don't want to break the old. And David is the most extreme case of that. But for what is he searching? A kind of perfection. You know what I mean? He's mad at his father for creating him because he'll die. He wants to create something maybe that won't die, that will stay with him forever. Um, and his affection for the other android and mixed feelings about it come and go quickly as well. Like the thirst for a partner, the loneliness of the intelligent robot. I mean, there's so much good stuff going on there. You could just watch it over and over again and get tangled up in all sorts of questions. And on top of that, it's a thriller as well. It moves along swiftly. It looks absolutely fantastic. The sets are first rate. I mean, making a film like this is a reason to make a film. You know, just walking into work and you're on a spaceship for the day. It would be absolutely class. I hope the public chase after this. Because this did reasonably well at the box office with the new Alien TV series coming out, which is kind of dealing with something else. That's dealing more with AI and robotics than more of a religious faith. And I hope being in the same Alien universe, the second season of the Alien TV series, Alien Earth, leads to a return of this. Um, Ridley Scott's getting old, but Michael Fassbender would need to come back. I hope somebody would kind of have the balls to follow in their footsteps. And maybe take the ingredients that have been peppered around both of them and fixate on them and, you know, transform it into kind of a real masterpiece of a trilogy. Uh, it's absolutely fantastic. You have to check it out. And even if you don't want to check it out, it's like it's brilliant. It's a space movie where aliens trying to bust on and bust off, and there's interesting creatures throughout it, and a big, big finish, which is great. Enjoy, like and subscribe, share my videos.